everyone, and welcome to another episode of Disqualified. I am Trevin, joined as always by Caleb.
Hola.
And Zach, as always, is behind the camera.
Hello.
And we are here to talk about Smackdown.
Yes, so, good show. Good show, as Pops would say. Good show. Totally good show.
Indeed.
But, there is a caveat. Oh, goddamn. Sorry, my Pepsi can just kind of exploded. So the ending of the show was, in my opinion, just the last hour, disappointing, and it had one good segment. We'll get to that when we get there.
Yep.
But
We open with your champ.
yeah, adrenaline in his soul.
Something, something,
Cody Rhodes. Or as I would just sing, just Cody Rhodes. He comes out, and he's basically saying, like, look, Jay picked Gunther. Happy for him. So now that means
Chamber is
all
my
eyes
opponent.
are on me.
Yep.
He says, now is it going to be John Cena? Gets a big pop. Is it, or no, he said
He
Logan
opens
Paul
with
first.
Logan Paul.
Big boo. And then he
Yep.
said, is it going to be John Cena? Big pop. And then, or
CM Punk.
is it my friend CM Punk, a big pop.
And Drew's also in there.
Yeah, and there's Drew. Which, Kevin Owens pointed this out as being Deadpool of WWE. You say a person's name, it's like Joe Hendry. He appears. Drew McIntyre comes down. I think he's stealing Joe Hendry's gimmick. I think that's gimmick infringement. He appears, and he basically says, what do you mean, and Drew? And he was like, oh, let me say it again. And Drew McIntyre! And
There was a mixed reaction of boos and yays.
Mm-hmm.
But Drew gives a little shtick about how he's going to win the chamber and come after Cody, but all of a sudden we hear a who, fa, two.
Yep. Jacob Fatu comes down to the ring. Him and Tonga in street clothes. And they pretty much just get to talking.
They tease a future Drew v. Jacob match.
And then pretty much the segment is cut short by Drew pretty much says, well, good luck. He's for you. And he leaves.
Yep.
And then Jacob is talking to Cody for a little bit. Maybe like a couple sentences. And then a SUV pulls up. Who's in the SUV? It is Solo Sikoa stealing Batista's fit from when he was making his decision for who he was facing at Mania. White turtleneck,
Gold
chain on it.
Suit jacket.
Yeah, it was like cream white color suit jacket, white pants. And he gets out, and then Jacob says, look, we'll deal with this later.
I got some family business.
Family business. And Cody said, I'll let you get the first word as long as I get the last. It's like, well, Jacob is going to do what the fuck he wants. He'll get the first word and the last.
Yep. So after that, we see Tonga and Jacob looking around backstage.
Tonga comes up to a dude and he's like, "Ayo, where did Solo go?" Kind of in like a more aggressive. And he's like, "Hey, where'd Solo go?"
Yeah, and the producer's like, that way.
Gives him the information, and then Jacob fucking body checks him. He said, "Where's Solo?" I'm like, "Bro, you did not just listen to him say where he was."
Yep.
And then he fucking kicks him again.
Yep. Jacob pissed.
Bro.
With reason, but...
Jacob, more and more every week, is becoming my favorite male character in WWE. It's just to the point. Even if you tell him what he wants to know, he's going to murder your ass. Also, for the show, Vic Joseph is standing in.
For Joe Tessitore.
Yep. And I think he did a great fucking job. I listen to him every week on NXT. He's one of my favorite parts of NXT's announcers.
Wade hyping him up, being like, and I'm joined by a good friend, one of my old sparring partners, Vic Joseph, like.
And then also, Mr. Santizap on Twitter posted after the show, by the way, Vic Joseph, do a bow. Like, he killed it. He absolutely, like, he came in, he had a borderline understanding of what SmackDown was, and when he didn't know people, like Jacob, because he only saw Jacob once, he was like, well, going into the main event, just before we even get there, he was like, Wade, why do you have a taser? And he's like, with Jacob, you just gotta be ready. But yeah, so Vic Joseph did a great job. I just want to give him his flowers.
Yep. And we do, I believe, cut to commercial, but after the commercial, we also get a promo from Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
From his house.
Sami Zayn basically saying, like, I'm hurting. Like, he was confirming all of his injuries.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went into Kevin Owens.
Yep.
That situation. He's like, you're mad that I didn't help you.
Cheat.
I didn't help you cheat to win. But I ran down there asking, is he going to be okay? Is he okay? What can we do to make him okay? And he was like, you didn't see me crying, I guess. And do you have anything to add? I mean, that's pretty much what went on in the whole promo.
Yeah, that was the promo. He basically said that as soon as he's cleared, he wants his ones against Kevin.
And we'll just skip ahead in the show to the response from Kevin Owens.
In his car, as usual.
Voice breaking, literally. Like, Kevin Owens, a great fucking actor.
Yeah.
When it comes to the wrestling business.
Yes, but he basically said, like, Sammy, you, me, Elimination Chamber, cleared or not, we squaring up.
Yeah, this should be a Mania match. Just gonna put that out there. It should.
It is on home turf, so it makes sense.
It makes sense in Toronto. It's gonna be good. Kevin and Sammy are some of the wrestler pairings that they're wrestling soulmates. You can put them together in a million different matches one-on-one, and people won't get tired because they'll find a new way to innovate on what they did the last
A lot of people are saying just unsanctioned brawl.
It should be unsanctioned mainly because if they're going in with Sammy being unclear, it would go well just for it to be unsanctioned.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a good match. Disappointed, once again, that's not at Mania, but in your home country, what a better place to throw down with your best friend.
Yep. But speaking of matches, our first one we're going to talk about is your Women's Elimination Chamber qualifier match for this week.
Yeah, so we have Naomi, one half of your women's tag team champions, with her own side plates finally. And versus Chelsea Green, your Women's United States champion.
Yep.
So, pretty decent match. We're just gonna get right to it. Naomi won. It was the predictable win.
Yep. Which means both the tag champs are in the chamber?
Yeah. So, couple things. Actually, I'll save my thoughts for after we discuss the match because it was a fucking good ass match.
Yes.
Naomi and Bianca in matching love heart candy.
Yeah.
Because it was Valentine's Day. Gear, which was good, and Chelsea Green in a Wonder Woman inspired gear.
Yep, with Piper dressed as a Secret Service agent.
Yep, Secret Hervis. So, it was a good match. Naomi and Chelsea have some great chemistry. It ended pretty much with what was a internet breaking moment with Naomi giving Chelsea Green a wedgie, dropping her face into the mat with both knees, and then hitting the split leg moonsault. Decent match. Piper moved Chelsea out the way of an attack, so Naomi pretty much just ate dirt.
Yeah. A lot of people online are talking about this. How do you feel about both women's mid-cards losing their qualifier match?
This is what I was waiting to talk about. I think it is stupid as fuck. I think it's stupid as fuck. You have plenty of other women on the roster. Oh, wait, no, you don't, because you released the two that could have eaten the loss. But, I think it's stupid because why aren't the men's mid-carders eating losses? random losses for no reason. Why aren't they wrestling matches? But the women's mid-card holders, Lyra hasn't won a match since she's gotten her championship, which is also, I think this is her first match since getting the championship.
Yep.
And Chelsea, I think she's had one win since she's had the championship.
She had 2 successful defenses against Meechin.
Okay, so 3 wins then, because I think one was a non-title match.
Yeah.
Why? What the fuck are we doing? This is not how you build your championships.
No.
And also, you don't build the championships by not having them compete. Sure, is it predictable if a champion is in a non-title match and they win? Yes, but here's the thing. They should win because they're the fucking champion. And if they lose, you get a number 1 contender. So, what you're telling me is we're supposed to move on from Roxanne Bailey, because this is either going to be just ending tonight as of recording on NXT,
Yep.
and we're not going to get any follow-up from this. Or they're going to have a Mania match, or is Bailey challenging Lyra? What is Lyra doing? And then what does that mean for Ivy Nile?
Yeah.
Who literally is set up by eliminating Lyra. It's stupid. And Chelsea, like, where does Chelsea go from here?
Yeah.
The 4 women in the mid-card division on SmackDown aren't doing anything. Because we've seen all the variations of those matches we can, except for Chelsea v. Piper. Which this might be leading to it, but I don't think so, because I've seen no formations of cracks.
Yeah. I mean, we are waiting for Chelsea versus Zelina is the freshest match, but still.
I would like to see it on Zelina, but I don't think they... I think they take it off of Chelsea at maybe Mania.
Yeah.
At the earliest.
Yeah.
I don't see her losing in Canada if she does have a match. Because she is from Canada. And if you just have her lose on a random episode of SmackDown, that just is fucking stupid. Also, the other thing I wanted to talk about were both women's tag champs being in the chamber. I think is also a very dumb move. The good thing about the women's chamber match is it is the most unpredictable one. In my opinion, you have Liv, Bailey, Bianca, Naomi, and who else has qualified?
Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss.
Yes.
Alexa is probably going to eat a pin. But who wins in this? Because it's pretty much going to be Roxanne going in. Unless they have Raquel go in, and then I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah.
Because of something that got set up later in the match, or in the night, but fuck it. We'll just talk about it now. They revealed who attacked Jade Cargill.
Yep, there was video evidence of Liv and Raquel in the parking lot the night of the attack.
So, 1, being at the scene of the crime does not implicate you for said crime.
No.
2, Liv Morgan is the type that would fucking brag if she took someone out.
Yup.
Bruh.
And after the video was shown, Naomi acknowledges the discussion online about she's been getting framed and like gets all defensive.
Bro, I know this is just a swerve right now, but
You could have done it better.
You could have done it better. You could have done it better. Because, and now, the way to pay off this storyline is you give the tag titles to Liv and Raquel with Jade helping them. This is the way you pay off the storyline in the pre-stage of them throwing down at Mania or SummerSlam.
Yeah. What I think is happening right now is that it feels like there were supposed to be payoffs for this storyline sooner, but maybe Jade's recovery is taking longer than they thought.
Maybe. The best
and they're
part
trying
about
to stall for time.
Yeah, the best part about the segment was when Nick Aldis said, here, I'll play you the footage, and it didn't play.
Yeah.
That was the best part. But yeah, they put on YouTube Shorts, because I saw it before I went to bed. It was Jade Cargill's attacker revealed in all uppercase. And I was like, you think these kids are dumb. You think these kids are dumb.
Yep. But speaking of tag stuff, we had a little bout between Los Garzas and Motor City Machine Guns as well.
Raise your fists!
Yep.
I am tired of that theme. I'm tired of the opening of the theme. The theme is good, just raise your fists!
Yep. Obvious result. Motor City Machine Guns pick up the win to make a statement towards DIY.
Yeah,
But before...
You just lost at fucking Rumble. You're in the back of the line, pal. Sorry. Yeah. This is how this works.
Yeah, but another thing that happened before this match that also kind of relates to tag matches. Trish Stratus is in the crowd and gets a little interview talking about how she wants to do something in her home turf at Chamber. She just doesn't know what. We'll get to that later.
Yeah, we'll just lump all the tag stuff in. So after the match, Pretty Deadly was getting interviewed by Byron, and they pretty much said, like, we're on a new path. We're good. We're going after the WWE Tag Team Championships. DIY interrupt them. Pretty much do the heel complaining shtick of, I wasn't even ready, which they weren't. They were in street clothes. Johnny said, you caught us with our pants down. And
you were wearing pants.
It was Elton. He said, you were wearing pants. He's like, yeah, that's the problem. I don't wear pants. I was like, okay, Johnny. That's actually a good fucking line. But they are facing Pretty Deadly next week on Smackdown for the championships. And then after this, I think it was like maybe in the middle of the show when this promo came.
The Street Profits give another promo.
Yep. Just waiting on Dawkins clearing. Hey, I am loving this new route for the Profits.
Yep. Being like pissed off man and energetic preacher type.
And you pissed off the preacher type too.
Yep.
You said, "Ooh, I love it. The energy, the passion." Oh, I fucking love Montez Ford, man. Put the titles on the Profits when they get cleared.
Yup.
I think that's what they're waiting for. Also, with Los Garzas, this is taking me back to, I think, last week. In regards to the cuts, Elektra Lopez was not there. It was speculated that she got cut. No one has confirmed it yet, as I'm aware. But she wasn't there, so don't know. Yeah. But Profits as new tag champs, that is the agenda.
Yep. And after all this junk, we just complained about the women's mid-card scene. Let's complain about SmackDown's mid-card scene.
I have been in the shadows for 4 weeks, waiting for a worthy challenger.
And no
Guess
one...
what? If you're in the fucking shadows, people can't fucking see you! Sorry, I'm very energetic today.
Yeah.
But no, it's like, bro, Shinsuke as title holder has sucked ass.
Yep.
Not looking forward to LA Knight facing him because we had a match. LA Knight gets interrupted by The Miz. And Nick Aldis comes down. He makes it official. Miz fake crying. Knight mocking Miz, which was perfect.
Yes. Whenever these two have a rivalry, they cook.
On the mics, here's the thing. In-ring match, mid as fuck. You might think differently, and you are more than welcome to think differently.
No.
This in-ring match was mid as fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch it. I would glance at it, see a couple moves, and I was like, this is nothing that's interesting. And I'll just go back to playing my game.
2 S tiers on the mic, but
very safe in-ring work.
Yeah, very safe and very technical wrestling.
Technical wrestling is great when you have people that are not just good at it, but great at it. that actually know what they're doing.
Because they're technical wrestlers that go for more of the striking and then the clinch, not necessarily grapplers like what Gunther can pull out of his bag.
Or like Gable or Tavion Heights on NXT, for example. They are just more submission-based technical wrestlers and not grappler-based technical wrestling. And that's what I'm more into, is the grapple-based. When you're throwing motherfuckers around, I think that is impressive as hell.
Yes, but even then, they are also more like clinch fighters. Like, I compare their style more to Muay Thai than wrestling.
Yeah, but LA Knight wins in the midst of mid-matches for the night. Actually, that might be a topic of hot discussion when we get into the last hour. But afterwards, Shinsuke and LA Knight had the most awkward stare off ever. I did not feel any tension there. I just felt comedy. And it just looks like they're putting the title back on Knight. And this is the point why I even have Knight drop it.
Yeah.
It was mainly because Shinsuke was going over to Noah, and it's good to have a WWE championship on a person in a foreign country because, hey, that's eyes on our belt.
Yeah.
Breaks my fucking brain because they just redesigned the title for LA Knight. And we all know that title's coming back.
Yep.
We all know the title's coming back. Is it going to happen on SmackDown? Hopefully, because I don't want this dragged out till Mania.
No, yeah. Time for your backstage segment montage. Jacob Fatu finally gets his face-to-face with Solo, and Solo basically apologized, saying, like...
I love you,
yep.
Jacob.
Yep.
That's pretty much the whole segment.
Yep, basically, like...
Jacob leaves to get ready for his match, and then we see Tama just side-eye Solo.
Yep.
As he leaves.
We have Nia prepping and Candice prepping for Nia's match against Ivy later, with Alexa Bliss coming out saying basically like, you know, if you are the one who wins the title and I win the chamber, it'll be fun to have that rematch.
And Wyatt Six stuff pops up in the middle of the segment, making it 1,000 times more interesting.
Yeah. Andrade makes fun of Miz for not only losing the promo off, but losing the actual physical match.
I can teach you things.
Yep.
And then Miz just looks at him disgusted.
Yep. And last little bit of the backstage montage that leads up to the next match is R-Truth interrupting Carmelo's haircut.
Yeah, I believe this aired earlier in the day on social media. But we get a match between R-Truth and Carmelo Hayes, and I always love to see R-Truth wrestle. He's great. At 50, I believe 52, he can still move like he's 25. And literally...
He's so limber.
Literally, he said the secret to it is he's done the same workout every day since high school. Does the exact same workout.
Yep, he's so limber for his age.
Yeah, insane going up in there with Carmelo. Oh my God, this match fucking cooked, in my opinion. It was great. Carmelo starting a winning streak, 2 wins in a row. Now we can officially call it a winning streak.
Yeah. You're still a jobber, but...
Yeah, I think this is the year that they build him up for the U.S. title picture.
Yeah.
Mainly because of LA Knight takes it back. You need fresh challengers. Please, fresh challengers. Granted, him and Carmelo did have some stuff with Andrade as well, but I think it's the best way to go. Is you just have Carmelo get put back in there. I prefer to see him take the title off of LA Knight. Most people would like to see Andrade. There's people, Miro, when he comes back, or Rusev, Aleister Black, who knows. I just think it's perfect if you put it on Melo, another younger star than LA Knight for sure. And he can be that cocky heel. Potentially get him a heater like they did with Trick Williams, but it's hard because the act works but I don't want to see them paired together again because I'd rather see Trick do other things when he goes to the main roster. I'd like to see Trick on Raw in the IC title picture.
Yeah.
Um,
Reunite him with Ilya because their rivalry, while simple, still cooked.
and also, the perfect way, in my opinion, in what I think they should do is they should have a, like a draft night thing,
Mm-hmm.
like a special,
Yeah.
like a Saturday night's main event thing, but actually better, like a good show. But have him and Trick, Carmelo and Trick cross paths, like just glance at each other, not even say anything, and just see the audience's reaction and see if they can build it naturally. Just like passing glance, and then Carmelo takes a shot at Trick on SmackDown, and then Trick takes a shot at Melo on Raw. Build it because when these two come together for a eventual rivalry again, not only is it going to cook, but it should be for a championship of some sort. But yeah, just build it up. I think Trick and Carmelo are two of the cornerstones for the men's, and this sounds bad for right now, but right now they're cornerstones in the men's mid-card divisions.
Mm-hmm.
Build their credibility on the main roster, more importantly Carmelo's, because Trick hasn't even really had a main roster shot yet. Build their credibility, put them in those pictures, give them a chip each at some point, and then have them face in the middle because they are bound for main roster, like main event status in their futures.
Yeah, with how over Trick is now, even being a two-time NXT World Champion that lost the titles both ways in super quick and decisive ways, he is still super over. He is still the talk of NXT. He's still the talk of call-ups post-Mania season.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he is over and people are feeding for more Trick stuff.
Yeah, I think the perfect way that I really think they should have a draft night special. And this is a different thing. I might discuss making a video about this because I do have an idea for how they can make the draft actually feel special and not just like they mentioned it on 2 shows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, we'll make that its own video. If not, I'll just do it myself. But moving on.
Yep.
It was the last hour now, right?
Yep. We hit the other mid-match you were talking about.
Yeah, and it was very unfortunate. It is your women's WWE title match. Nia Jax, your challenger, facing Tiffany Stratton, your WWE Women's Champion. And I've said this in the car, and I said this on the way here. Nia doing about 17, this is exaggeration, but 17 leg drops. After the first 5, I don't think the next 12 are going to work.
No.
This was the reason why I say this was mid. People are welcome to have a different opinion. It was just big power move, leg drop, 1, 2, kick out. Ugh. Big power move.
Yeah.
Big power move, leg drop, 1, 2, kick out.
Yeah. Tiffy was at least pulling stuff out of her bag.
Yeah, this was a very, very boring match, and it was unfortunate because Tiffany Stratton is great in the ring, Nia Jax is good in the ring. I thought they would have had a better match, but fuck, it ends in DQ.
Because Candice decides to headbang Tiffy on the turnbuckle.
Yeah, because Nia is actually taking a beating for once.
Yep.
And can't have that happen.
Nope.
And then Trish comes in, makes the save, gets beat up herself. And then while Trish is taken out of the ring.
Yep.
And
Tiffy laid out.
Charlotte Flair, come on down, I guess.
Takes the chair that Candice grabbed
I
earlier.
thought she was going to attack her.
Yeah. Earlier.
I think that would have been a better segment.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Pops it out, sits down and
Tiffy, wake up.
Blink if you can hear me.
Basically, she chooses Tiffany Stratton. knew this was coming from the moment she won it.
Yep, which confirms that the women's chamber match is to decide Rhea's opponent, which scares me that it's going to be Liv going over.
Yep. Yes, it scares me. I'd rather it be Bianca. I want to see that match. After this whole segment, and after a Jimmy Uso and Drew McIntyre segment, where we'll get into that segment first. Jimmy Uso was watching Raw on the TV, or not Raw, SmackDown on the TV.
Yep.
I'm R-Truth now. Getting the shows
confused. Drew approaches him being like, how's it feel? Your brother clinched his spot. Jacob Fatu has the potential of clinching his spot in the very next match. I've clinched my spot.
I was like, what's for Big Jim at Mania? But hey, you married up. And Jimmy walks away. He walks away before he says the "you married up" line.
Yeah.
And then when he says "you married up," super kick.
No, he
eats it like a champ.
No, he says you married up. Jimmy goes to leave, and he's like, "Is it something I said, Jay? Sorry, Jay."
Yeah. Super kick, eats it like a fucking champ, and then he has the audacity to look at Jimmy after he does no yeet, like, "Why'd you kick me, motherfucker?"
You know why he kicked you.
But so now getting into Tiffany and Trish, it's gonna be Tiffy and Trishy time, as Tiffany said at Elimination Chamber.
Versus Candice and Nia.
Yeah, cool, I guess. Good way to keep the champion in rotation. I would much rather it be Trish versus Tiffy, mainly because I'm just scared that she's gonna lose to Charlotte, and I want to see her get one win as champion. That's not a DQ.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, maybe they're smart and they don't put it on Charlotte, and it solidifies Tiffy.
A lot of people are saying, because they also commented the last time Charlotte was in a Mania Championship match was when Charlotte had a belt against Rhea, and she lost.
Yeah, but then I also think too, when she first won it, went down to NXT for no fucking reason and took it off of Rhea.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying keep it on Tiffany or we riot.
The worst thing they can do is fuck up and give Charlotte the title.
Yeah.
She doesn't need it.
Nope.
They've said it on commentary a million fucking times. She's a 13-time women's champion. And if she stays healthy, granted, staying healthy is more of a draw of the luck thing, but if she stays healthy, she has plenty of time to get those last 4. Plenty of time.
Yep.
To break her dad's record, because she's also going to break her dad's record. That's not a secret. She might tie it. That's the least. Like, she'll tie it at the least. But you have a bunch of years. Now is the time where you start putting talent over.
Yep.
Start putting younger talent over.
Yep.
Please.
People are actually excited about this women's division because Tiffany Stratton is your champion. Don't ruin that momentum.
Yeah.
You saw the reaction Charlotte got on Raw.
And now getting into the worst. Not the worst. The conclusion to the match was the worst of the night, in my opinion.
Yes, but still a banner of a match, your main event, your men's qualifying Elimination Chamber qualifier triple threat between the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu,
Braun Strowman, the monster of all monsters,
and the
Damian
Archer
Priest.
of Infamy, Damian Priest. That face alone tells you the result of this match, but we'll get into how we got to that result.
Hey, how we got to that result was a fucking car crash. It was, you could not look away from.
No.
These 3 fucking
Yes.
men.
So the match was cooking already. Strowman has some gas in the tank to do some power moves, but all of a sudden, from the corner turnbuckle,
Bah! Meet Jake!
Samoan spike from a surprise solo Sikoa.
Yeah, and this is where we start going off the rails on this crazy train, as Ozzy Osbourne said. So, Solo hits him with the Samoan spike. And then he's out there. First of all, he came out in the hoodie. We didn't even see the hood taken off reveal because it was already off when he jumped down. And then out of nowhere, Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes comes out.
Yep, a brawl ensues.
Tama gets Cody. He gets his arms hooked. Solo goes for the spike. Spikes Tama Tonga.
Yep.
Jacob, after getting his ass beat, jumps up quick as fuck and says, "What the fuck you doing?" And he's about to literally throw hands with Solo. Damien takes him out with a clothesline over the barricade.
Yep.
And then Damien goes into the ring. It looks like Strowman's going to pick up the win with a power slam. Damien ducks.
South of heaven.
And 1, 2, 3. Damian Priest is going to the men's elimination chamber.
Your last Smackdown rep.
I personally, I like Damian. I like his in-ring work. I personally think he is stinking up the joint with Logan Paul. This could have been an all-star fucking chamber match, dude. Like, I'm not against rookies going in. Like, I would have fucking loved for Jacob Fatu to go in.
They didn't want to see me to pin yet, though.
And you could have done it one of two ways. You could have had the extra man in there like they did for Strowman, have him eliminate an entire chamber field and then get taken out by Roman. Or you could have done what they did with Cena when he went in as World Heavyweight Champion, took a code breaker into a 619, into a spear. And then he was out. Like, I think that would have been the perfect way. You just have to find 3 people's finishers that go together. And that's the hard part because GTS into Stomp is good. Right there, you fall flat, though, because you can't really get... You're not going to stand up from a Stomp to get hit with an attitude adjustment. And since Roman's not in there, you're not getting hit with a spear. The best permutation was Logan does the killing blow. So yeah, cool that Jacob's not in. Well, it sucks that Jacob's not in there, but it's cool because he's not eating an unnecessary loss. I just think there's a polar bear in Arlington, Texas. And his name is Damian Priest. Actually, there's 2 polar bears in Arlington, Texas. The other one's name is Logan Paul. I just think you should have done the All-Star one. Just get the biggest fucking people in the men's division right now. And yeah, squandered it. I texted the group chat last night. I said, they fumbled! Fuck! They fumbled! They fumbled on the 1-yard line! Yeah, disappointing end to the show, in my opinion.
Yeah. Solo did eat another crossroads, though, on the ring side.
That's the last words, I guess.
Yep.
I think we're still getting Cody v. Solo one more time before Mania.
Probably at Chamber.
Which is going to suck, because the first match sucked. It's not even like, I don't like any of these people. It's just the first match fucking blew.
Yeah, their first match was a Bloodline Rules match. Their second match, Steel Cage match. Their third match, probably just going to be regular rules.
The second match, the Steel Cage match, was the best one. Solo actually stepped up in that match.
Yeah.
But, hey, that's all it is for SmackDown. So,
Yep.
We are a bit late for the show, but NXT is tonight. Because it's 5:13 as of recording. As finishing this right now.
Yep.
But NXT Vengeance Day is tonight. We don't do predictions, but we will react to it right after the show ends.
Stay tuned!
Yeah, NXT will be up tomorrow, so Sunday. And this is going up at like maybe 8. Maybe 7 in the morning on Sunday. But until we see you for NXT Battleground, or Vengeance Day. I don't know why I want to say Battleground, but Vengeance Day. This has been Caleb, Trevor, Zach behind that camera as always. He trimmed up, and now he has a trucker's mustache. Um, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell 3 times so you know the match is over. And we'll see you next time. Thank you for your time. Peace.